So Carry On is a new action thriller coming to Netflix this Friday, Friday the 13th, and yes guys, another Friday the 13th this year, directed by Jaume Collet-Serra, which I do apologize if I butchered your name, sir. In the film, we follow a young TSA officer portrayed by Taron Egerton, who is blackmailed by another character portrayed by Jason Bateman into letting a dangerous package on an upcoming flight on Christmas Day. Before I continue on with today's video, I just wanted to say, welcome to my channel, everybody. For those of you who are coming by my channel for the very first time, be sure to hit the subscribe button to not miss a feature video, whether it's a feature review, a reaction, a top 5, or whatever I have coming your way, and join me on my journey to 10K subscribers and beyond, because believe me when I say this, guys, you are not going to miss the cool stuff I have coming your way. And for those of you coming back to my channel, by the way, welcome back, everybody. You have no idea how happy I'm to see your faces once again. And let's start our conversation below. Are you guys looking forward to Carry On? Have you heard of this movie? If so, let me know below. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Carry On. Carry On was a movie that I had no idea about until maybe I want to say about a month and a half ago. There were two specific reasons why this movie was on my radar. One of which being the director of the film, Jaume Collet-Serra, who, if you ask me, I feel like he is at his best when it comes to making these mid-budget action films. They're really just fun, solid action thrillers. And the other reason why, the film star Taron Egerton, who I am a big fan of. I mean, Taron Egerton to me is such a star. Taron Egerton is such a phenomenal actor, and it still blows my mind to this day that he was not nominated for an Oscar for Rocketman. Yeah, I have not let that go, by the way. I was quite curious to see this movie as knowing those two things, so I am happy to say that this movie, Carry On, is a fun, solid thriller, especially knowing that, well, we're in Christmas time. There are only two performances here that I gotta talk about. Taron Egerton and Jason Bateman, who is the person that blackmails Taron Egerton's character into doing this certain thing. Jason Bateman, I thought, was great in this film, and one of my favorite aspects about this movie was the mental mind games, the mental mind chess that he was playing with Taron Egerton, and every single step when you get to that Taron Egerton's character was about to try and go out of line with him. I would love to see Jason Bateman tackle more villain roles because, man, he was great in this movie, and he provides a fun performance, especially with one monologue. It was a fun scene to say the least. Taron Egerton is one of the people that carries this movie. Taron Egerton just has this presence. He has this charisma. He has this charm about him on screen that I absolutely love about him. And not to mention as well, whether it comes down to his dramatic sensibilities, he even has some really funny comedic bits in this movie. And not to mention as well, when it calls for it, man, he is a kick-ass action star. And he does have one awesome and a badass moment in this movie that I absolutely love. Taron Egerton is just such a likable guy and such a likable actor that, of course, as y'all can imagine, when you first see him getting into the situation, you want him to figure out how to get out of the situation as unhurt and as unscathed as possible. That brings me to something that I was really surprised by, and that was that I thought that Carry On did a good job of doing just enough development to have you care about our main protagonist. Now, here's the thing, and do not get me wrong, guys. Is Carry On the most in-depth character movie, like with the most in-depth character development? No, it is not. I'm not going to deny that. But I will say that this movie does do a good job of doing just enough development so that you actually care about what goes on in the action, the conflict of this movie. Jaume Collet-Serra, I thought, did a good job of not only staging some really fun action sequences, but especially the sequences when it's just Taron Egerton playing these mental mind games of just dialogue-driven thrills and suspense. One in particular that I thought was very, very, very well done. Going on to the last thing that I gotta talk about, and that is the musical score. The musical score in this movie was just simply put, it was really, really cool.
Well, that's just fucking great!
While I thought that Carry On was a fun action thriller, this movie does have its fair share of issues. This just might be me personally, but I felt like that the opening scene could have been cut. Cutting out the opening sequence, I feel like personally would have let things play a lot more smoothly. This is a movie that when it came down to this story, I can guarantee that you can probably call out a lot of things before they happen. This script adds nothing new to the table. It's a action thriller script set during the holidays that I can imagine you guys will probably know where it is going to go. There are a couple of times in this movie where there are situations that I can guarantee it, if they had been handled differently, I can guarantee you guys that this movie would have probably had a shorter runtime. Absolutely.
Here we go.
So overall, is Carry On the next action thriller Christmas classic? No, it is not. But I will say this. If you're looking for a solid, fun action thriller to watch this Christmas on Netflix, I can definitely recommend Carry On. All in all, I'm going to give Carry On a 3 out of 5. Carry On is just a fun, solid action thriller that if you want to see something that's just fun for Christmas time, definitely give this movie a watch. I hope you enjoyed my review of Carry On. If so, please hit the like button, or if you disliked the review, hit the dislike button. If you guys want to see my previous 2 reviews, please click it right there or right there. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.